Yeah, just a really great day for us at RFK. And, a few weeks ago we were sitting down and kind of going over the goal and visions and what we value. And one of the things we brought up was 1-2 finishes. And it's been a very long time since this company's had 1-2 finishes. I can't say a specific date, but it's something that means a lot to me. Of course, I wanted to be the one on the front of that, but proud nonetheless of Chris and his efforts and both teams where they've grown and come together and doing all the right things to grow us and to just take us to that next level. And today was just another kind of feather in our cap, and we're really proud.
Awesome. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, please raise your hand, and we'll get Mike to you. We'll start with Holly, and then go to Lee, and then Jerry.
Hi, Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. Brad, how hard was that? I mean, I know you're happy to finish 1-2, but was it a question of you knew you weren't going to get around him and you knew that was the best finish for you guys? Or just take me through, because I know that's hard too, to be the one that's second in that.
Yeah, well, the second is, first loser, but, we could have ended up in a ball of flames in 3 and 4 too, and that would have looked pretty dumb, Holly. So, the cars were certainly on the edge there at the end, and I got a good push from Eric Almirola. I was able to carry that through to my teammate Chris Buescher and clear him, but there were a lot of cars just breathing down our back, and it would have been really difficult, I think, to pull a move off without, probably wrecking both of us. So happy for Chris. We still achieved one of our big results. Of course, we wanted to win today, but we wanted to get 5th in the regular season points and kind of take all those bonus points with us into next week from, being 5th rather than being 11th or 12th, whatever it was we could have fallen back to. And that's going to bode well for us in the playoffs, I'm sure. Every year you see somebody get knocked out by 1 or 2 points, and that's great defense for us against that. But, we look at the races to come with Darlington and Kansas and Bristol, Darlington being one of my favorite tracks. We've ran really well there and coming off of 2 really strong races and at Darlington. And then Bristol being a race we won at and had dominant cars with last fall. There's a lot of energy for us and a lot of great racing to look forward to.
We'll go to Lee and then to Jerry.
Lee Spencer, catchfence.com. You kind of called your shot because you told TJ, I think Chris and I need to come to pit road together and we can win this race. I mean, you were that confident.
Yeah, I know we've had great cars here at Daytona and Talladega, and at the end of the race, we seem to get broke up for whatever reason or circumstances just fall apart on us, and that's been frustrating. But I feel like we've had a shot to win the last really 3 Daytona races, and they've kind of slipped through our fingers with different circumstances. But I was confident that if we could keep together, Chris and I, that this one would be a little different.
And Joey had a front row seat for watching you guys finish 1-2, and he said Brad taught Chris everything he knows.
Well, I'm trying, but Chris knows a few things on his own, and he's growing. He's in a spot where he can win races like this in a deserved fashion, and he's got a lot to be proud of.
I think you meant restricted plate tracks, but
yeah, well, it's still good, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Jerry Jordan kicking the tires.net. There was a year that Roush Fenway didn't make the playoffs, and here you guys, you got both cars in. I think you're maybe the only team that has all your cars in. You talk about satisfaction and things of that nature. How does this feel as a team owner for doing this? I mean, obviously it would have been nice to get up there, as you were talking last week, to get that win though.
Yeah, tremendous to get up front and to be able to control races and, just execute at very high level while also having the pace and just earn it. We're not winning races that we don't deserve to win. And, you'll certainly have races that you lose that you probably deserve to win. But, that probably goes both ways. But, I think you look at the wins that the RFK's had this year, and they're not fluke wins. They're earned wins. And we're proud of that. But come Monday, all this kind of washes away, and we're focused on the 10 weeks to come. And so we got to soak it up, celebrate the wins, but keep moving forward.
We'll go to Deb.
Deb Williams, Auto Week. Brad, exactly what happened when you were going in circles back there, and I believe your car was on fire?
You're the first. I did not think it would take 4 or 5 questions to get to that one. Well, Deb, I was sitting there under red flag, and it just started smoking really big out of the left front rocker panel, and I knew what that meant. It was about to catch fire, and I was going to get knocked out of the race. And the only way to stop that was to get air moving through the car. Of course, being under red flag, I had to improvise, and there was a pad at the bottom of the racetrack, and I knew I couldn't drive around the racetrack without getting in serious trouble, but I figured I could get away with driving on that pad. So I just ran on that pad until the flames and the smoke disappeared, and called it good.
What caused it? Was it rubber?
It's hard to say. Most likely it came from the foam insulation overheating as the car was sitting with stagnant air. Hard to say if some of the foam broke up in the race and dropped on the exhaust, or if the exhaust cracked. There's a number of things that could have caused it, so it's not really fair for me to speculate. But once it happened, I knew I had to do everything I could to fix it, or the car was going to catch flames and burn down to the ground, and we were going to be out of the race. No problem.
Are there any questions in the press box?
No questions from the press box.
Okay, we'll come down here to Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. First to answer your question, March 2014, Bristol, last time the organization won to Edwards and Stenhouse.
Good.
I think you were 12th in that race.
So 9-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for pulling that up, Dustin. Racing reference.
The folks at Racing Insights.
Oh, okay. Competitor. I'm sorry. Yeah.
To get the stage win, to get a playoff point, I think you probably may have moved up a little bit in the standings to
Yes.
get another playoff point. How do you look at that, and how does that? I know it doesn't balance not winning, but you always seem to look at big picture type of stuff. So how do you look at big picture and what you attained tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to measure all of the things that a night like today will do for us as a company, but I'm sure they're all going to be positive. You know, we'll kind of work through what that means, but we're building something that's going to be special for a long time, and that's a big goal of mine. And I'm proud of everybody and the team, and certainly Chris for his efforts. But you know, the bigger picture is to have a sustainable race team that can win for championships for years to come, and you know, be a perennial championship contender. And you know, today was good progress for that on that front. 1-2 finishes are huge for teams. You know, this was certainly another case of that for us. No problem.
Are there any final questions in the media center? All right, Brad, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Glad to hear Ryan's awake and alert. So, you got any updates on Ryan? No.
He has been transported to a local hospital.
Thank you. Hope he's all right. Appreciate it, guys.